Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time for a scrapbook process video. This is the twins hop, or I shouldn't say hop, it's the two of us. Collaboration is probably the better word, with Miss Jennifer over at Scrap and Cane. And what we do is we choose the same sketch and the same collection, and then she does a different size. So she does 8.5 by 11, I do 12 by 12. And we've been doing this now for, oh my, I'm going to say 7-8 months, something like that, almost a year I think. This is a sketch. She picked it this month, and it is from A Cherry on Top. And it's got 4 photos. And I guess you could call this a pattern paper. Could be mixed media, whichever. There's a couple little pieces on the sides here. There's title and our embellishment. And we're going to use the Woodlands. This is from Scrap Room Flavors of the Month because we both happen to get that, which is a monthly kit club. Technically, we're both on the design team now. Although we have been subscribers for a while, so, but we're going to use this collection. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, other than this collection. So I haven't decided that, other than, oh my gosh, look at that. How freaking cute is that? And, oh, you guys, I have these pictures. The only thing is I can't do 3.5 by 3.5, which is what this sketch shows. Well, that's not true. I could map the photos. I always print my photos on like a selfie, which is like a 4 by 6. And I try to do 2 at a time, so because I'm trying to be economical with my paper, or my photo paper. So I'm going to do like a 3 by 3. And I got my little thing here to see where I need to be. So I'll do that. I did reprint this one. I thought I was trying to be cute and resize it. That's not going to work because I got that white stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'll do this, and then I'll probably mat them with a 1/4 inch mat or something. So I've got 4 of these little mushrooms. These actually grow in our yard, you guys. And oh my gosh, this is the size of this one. Look at this, is my hand. Like, and I actually had a picture, I don't have it here, that showed that I wasn't like above, you know, like from a perspective thing. No, my hand was touching that mushroom, you guys. That is a ginormous mushroom head. I don't know. And they grow in these little rows and circles and stuff. And I just always imagine there's little gnomes living under there. So anyway, that's what I'm going to document, is these little mushrooms. So this is just the perfect collection. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, now I don't have red topped ones. But I got to figure out what I want to do here, because I need to have like a piece going across the middle. Oh, that's cute. I'm going to do my daughter with something like this because she's got red hair and that fox is cute. So we'll set that aside. Oh, those are cute. We'll hang on to that. I'm kind of thinking this may be good to go across the middle, and I can have my son. This could be really cute, y'all. And then this, I don't know. It's so cute. I'm going to have to think on this, because if I come across with this across the middle, that could be really cute. And then this could be the mat. Although I don't want to waste those mushrooms. I don't know. Oh, that's pretty too. Look at that. This is a gorgeous collection. I'm not going to lie. Because I like the green. I'm kind of leaning towards this, you guys. And I'll save this because this is so cute. I don't know. Okay, let me do a little bit of cutting, because then I got all these little things here. Like I said, I kind of enjoy this. And that could be cute as like the embellishment. I don't think Wild and Free is going to work. What do I have in the way of embellishments here that could work as a title? There's Beauty, Live, Love, Explore, and another Beauty. I mean, I guess it could be Beauty. Wild and Free doesn't make any sense because it's mushrooms. They're not going anywhere. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I may have to use Beauty. And here's a little mushroom. Look at that. And those mushrooms. Oh, it's just good. Okay. All right, let me get to cutting, and then I'll figure out a title and embellishments. I think I'm going to end up having to use Beauty. I don't know if I use this one or if I use that one, though. We shall see once I get my pictures cut. All right. So let me do that, and I'll be back on in a second. Alrighty, I have gutted that green polka dot and put that craft paper down on there. It's textured, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I cut it down by, I think, a 1/2 inch, maybe just a hair over, and scuffed the edges of it. I've also got that brown paper with the little image in the lower left. I cut that down to 7 inches, and I'm kind of sizing this up. I'm not going to measure this one, but I think it's probably about 10. Maybe not, actually, maybe 11. I'll just trim it down and kind of eyeball it, honestly. I love this image in the lower left corner. It actually kind of takes work away when there's an image on your paper and you just kind of work with it and kind of like build it into the design. You do less work. So I don't have to embellish a ton on that lower left. I do add a couple things, but I felt like it helped me out on my embellishment here. So I'm going to glue that down, and then I've got my photos. I did mount them on white cardstock, and so they are 3.5 by 3.5 now. So they do kind of go with the sketch. Let's see. I don't know that I have a particular reason to put them in this particular order, but this is this is how I do it. I'm going to use my T-square in just a second, because I've noticed on a few layouts lately, I like glue the photo down and take the pictures and all that, and then I'll realize, look at the pictures, that holy cow, those pictures are crooked. And it's because I'm sitting down at my desk as opposed to, I used to back in the day when I was at my other house. The desk I work from now, it's a standing desk, like I can lift it, and that was actually my craft desk originally. And so sometimes I would stand and so I'd make sure my pictures were straight and all that. Well, now that's my work desk, so I have another desk, and it's not a lifted. So I'm sitting here, and this chair I'm in doesn't go up too good. So anyways, I say all that to tell you, sometimes I notice my pictures are crooked. So I feel like I pull out my T-square on this one, because it seems pretty, if they're crooked, it's going to look really strange since they're all kind of puzzle pieced together. Okay, so now I'm going to mess around with my embellishments, right? And I'll take it back. My title, I think I go down first. I think. I'm going to end up using that Green Beauty, which I think I mentioned. I'm holding that in my hand. I think about it, and I put it away. Spoiler alert, I will pull that back out. But here's where I got Beauty. I actually set that down, and that stuff sticks to those photos, man. It sticks to the photos. Maybe I do pull the two mushrooms out first. I'm going to pull out the two mushrooms right there, and they're going to go where that little sun is on the sketch. I'm actually going to kind of mess around with that area down there, because I think to myself, maybe I can put some more, but I'll do that in just a second. So here's where I do Beauty. It goes down crooked, of course, and I go, oh, shoot, that's crooked. Well, it has stuck to that photo, you guys. It definitely sticks to the photo. So took me just a second. I have to lift that up and kind of straighten it back up. And I think this is kind of cool, though. I will pull out a little chipboard piece in a second and give it a little extra piece to the title there. I guess I didn't have to, but I do just because I wanted to use it. I'm looking at my chipboard there. There's a lot of good options, but to go with the sketch and the actual content, like I didn't want to pull out the bird or the deer or anything. That wouldn't make any sense. And initially, I don't even pull out any butterflies, but I'll change my mind on that one too. I think I'm looking to see, I need those tag looking things on the outsides of the photos. And I noticed on my little scrap paper over here, there's like a little piece of, looks like either an invitation or a certificate or something. So I'm going to put that on the left-hand side. And then I've also got a little piece of scallop border in like a wood grain. It's a lighter wood grain though, so I think it looks okay on top of the darker wood grain. And in a way, it almost doesn't matter because I'm going to add something else in a second. But I do put that little wood grain right there. I think that looks kind of cool. And then I haven't glued anything down either of these pieces. I'm going to come back in a minute. Did I even glue that? Yeah, I did. I was like, did I even glue down that scallop border? Now that I'm looking at that, I'm not even sure, but I did. I've added this. I'd say I start with unplugged, and I'll actually change it in a minute. That's a piece of ephemera, and I'm going to change it for a chipboard in a second. I think I do it's fresh air is what I'm going to end up changing it to, but I'll do that in just a second. So I'm kind of, again, looking at these little chipboard pieces. I kind of want to use something out of here. So I pull out this real big, like one with the squirrel. And I think, okay, well, that can go down where that sun is. And I'm going to kind of fast around with this. I'll move the mushrooms around, and I'll kind of go back and forth. And I'll pull, one of the mushrooms, by the way, I stuck down there is a foam. The single mushroom's a foam, and the double mushroom is a chipboard. So I'm going to mess around with these, though. I'm going to put that squirrel back. I don't end up using it. But I did decide to move the mushroom up to the top because I thought, okay, I can split the mushrooms, though, and add a little bit of interest by the title. And then this is where I decided to put that title or that little piece away and pull out fresh air. And I don't know what the unplugged. I guess I'd have to think about that. Like if you're out in the woods or something, I guess you'd have to be unplugged, right? If you're enjoying nature. So I stuck that down, and I'm looking again, and I'm like, okay, what else do I want here? I think I'm going to cut away. I will end up pulling out in a moment a couple of pieces of chipboard, another piece of ephemera, another piece of chipboard. So you're going to come and see me mess with that. And here's my two flowers that I pulled out. I thought, okay, that looks kind of neat because it's laying on top of the flowers that's already on the paper. So it's almost like extending the image out. And then on the right-hand side over here, I really like this piece of ephemera with that mushroom and that little moth or whatever. So I'm going to put that over there. It's, again, acting kind of like that right-hand side tag thing on the sketch. I will put a little bit of foam up underneath the one of the flowers and a little piece of leaf there, and then use my ATG to glue the rest of that down in just a moment. I like the clusters. I'm not going to lie. I think it adds interest. I'm always a fan of like clustering and stuff. Okay, so I've glued down that little piece over there. Once I get this ephemera piece glued down with a little moth, I'll kind of look at my upper left over there and think, I need something else. And so I'm going to get off into my chipboard again in just a second, and I'm going to add another moth. I see the other little moth, and I think, you know what, I can add that over there as well. And so he's going to go up there, and I think that may be it. I think I pull this stuff out again and fast around a little bit more, but I don't think I use anything. I think I used some Nuvo glue to glue some stuff down here. But that's all I'm going to do, the layout, you guys. I thought about mixed media too, but I decided against it. I don't know why. I get scared. And I think if it's not in my original plan, I don't want to just toss it in there. Unless it's a paint sprinkle, I'll do that. But there's the slowdown. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out Jennifer. I'll have her link below, so you can pop over and check out her video as well and show some love. And I don't know what I've got going on tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a layout up. Make sure you hit the little bell, I guess, if you're subscribed and stuff, so you get notified, because I do tend to do quite a bit, actually. So hopefully you can say hello, and we'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Bye.